Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, July 8th, 2026, Aries. It's a terrific day for you, one in which you'll find a jovial approach to every situation is just what the doctor ordered. Spend time with children and enjoy the magic world. Spread love and affection to the people around you. Make sure that the corners of people's mouths are turning up instead of down. A friendly attitude will surely take you far. Taurus, take time out of your work today and relax a little. Let your romantic nature have some fun and don't feel guilty about not being as serious as you think you should be. The winner of the day is the one who could smile the most, so enter this contest with the intent of coming out on top. The rewards will last a long time and those you encounter will be able to help smile back. Gemini, you might find that others are adopting a bit of a me-first attitude that doesn't quite sit with you. You may need to knock on the door, wake them up and say, hey, what about everybody else? Try not to whine as you deliver this message. A desperate sounding attitude will get you nowhere, so be friendly and jovial in your approach to all things. Cancer, try to have a positive, optimistic outlook on everything. Adopt an attitude of gratitude and look to see the beauty in everything around you. This is a day that you appreciate what you've got, especially the people in your life. Compliment others and let them know how much they mean to you. These words and deeds will have a rippling effect that could bring a great deal of good fortune. Leo, it's time for you to come out of hibernation, shake off the blues and come into the light. Today is the day to play and have fun. You'll find the mood of the day is light-hearted and jovial, so be the first with a joke or a silly story. Do what you can to make others laugh. Let the fire within you burn to its brightest. Virgo, other people's stubborn attitudes may be hindering your progress. Take this as a hint that you need to loosen your grip on certain viewpoints. There's a great deal of power behind your emotions today, and these emotions want to be heard. Feel free to jump up and take the podium, speak your mind even though you may not necessarily agree with the group. Libra, the doldrums are over and it's time to pick up the pace. Come out of your home in full regalia today and be proud of what you have to offer. Be outrageous in your dealings with others and take time to express yourself fully in a creative manner. The bigger the smile you wear, the further you'll go in just about every situation you encounter. Scorpio, people are going to appreciate extra attention from you today, so feel free to give it. Let your generous and kind spirit shine through. Open your heart extra wide and spread love to the world. It's the perfect day to love and laugh. Sagittarius, things should go extremely well for you today, so don't shy away from anything. In fact, take this opportunity to shine as brightly as you can. Crank up your battery and protect yourself in the world. You'll find that your smile is contagious, so feel free to use it often. There's a great deal of power behind your self-confidence, enabling you to tackle just about every job with great energy. Capricorn, out of the serious mode of the day, you could let yourself laugh, sponsor a game, or even host an event, play cards and nibble at snacks until midnight. If possible, this is the day to have fun, so let loose and let the free express yourself in the best way that you see it fit. Realize how much power you have in your jovial nature, so others could benefit from that. Aquarius, you have an incredibly strong influence on others just by virtue of the fact that you're fun-loving, peaceful, and harmonious. Your natural charm will take place anytime and go with you today. Feel free to use it at all costs. Accentuate the positive and make sure you're walking in the sunny side of the street. Whistle as you walk down the sidewalk and get into the light. Pisces, put your aggressions away and laugh a little today. Transfer your intensity from a hard, caustic energy to a more light-hearted and fun-loving one. You'll find that this type of attitude will take you far. Little things may crop up that disrupt your daily routine, but you'll find that there is a warm presence, and the smile that you bring is all you need to diffuse that bomb. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, 5th July 2026. Do have yourself a great and wonderful day.
And good morning. Welcome to our show for today. It's Wednesday. It's midweek already, you know. Oh my goodness. I was given wrong information 2 days ago, but not here though. And I have to remember it's Wednesday and I don't have to get up and jump up in the vibe because today is not the vibe. It's next Wednesday. Oh boy. Nonetheless, good morning and welcome to the DBS Morning Show. My name is Maureen. As usual, we keep you informed. So our news department is going to handle that for us.
Good morning. Time now for the news. My name is Timothy Polio. CARICOM's top leaders have agreed to take an unprecedented governance dispute to the Caribbean Court of Justice following Trinidad and Tobago's challenge to the reappointment of Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett.
CARICOM acknowledged that the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago desires to have the issue of the reappointment of the Secretary General referred to the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, to render an advisory opinion thereon. To facilitate this request, the community agrees to commence proceedings to secure such advisory opinion in accordance with Article 212 of the revised Treaty of Chagaramas.
The move is aimed at settling questions over whether the process complied with the revised Treaty of Chagaramas while preserving regional unity. As CARICOM leaders gather in St. Lucia, opposition leader Alan Shastney says the region faces a defining moment, warning that without deeper integration and stronger global competitiveness, CARICOM risks becoming increasingly irrelevant on the world stage.
If there's not going to be a deeper integration, are we going to have a single currency, a single institutions, and treat really as one singular space? Can it succeed? And we have the answer to that question because Europe did it. You're telling me that European countries are not more desirous of sovereignty individually than the Caribbean? And yet they gave up that sovereignty and understanding that they had to come together as a bloc if they want to be an influence on global issues.
Shastney praised the OECS, stating that its integration has progressed significantly further than CARICOM's. He emphasized that CARICOM must focus on global competitiveness, explaining that boosting international sales of goods and services drives job creation and economic growth. Police have charged a 35-year-old man in connection with a homicide in Castries. On May the 22nd, the lifeless body of 32-year-old Giovanni Darian Kimani Roberts was discovered at his Sunny Acres residence with a wound to his neck. Officers from the Criminal Investigations Department and the Major Crimes Unit responded to the homicide and commenced investigations into the matter. A post-mortem on May the 28th determined the cause of death as an incised wound to the anterior neck. On July the 1st, the Major Crimes Unit, with support from the Special Patrol and Special Services teams, arrested 35-year-old Rufinus Edwin, also known as Yannick of Bacatel Marsha. He was formally cautioned and charged for the homicide of Giovanni Darian Kimani Roberts on July the 5th, then appeared before the 1st District Court and was remanded until August the 11th. Police would like to thank the public for their cooperation, which they say was vital in bringing the offender to justice. Finally, from us this morning, efforts are underway to strengthen primary education across St. Lucia and the wider OECS as educational officials and the Caribbean Examinations Council work to improve the implementation of the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment, or CPEA. The initiative aims to better prepare students for secondary school while ensuring consistent education standards across the region.
The Caribbean Primary Exit Examination is crucial to the region as it standardizes the education achieved at the primary level right across the region. For the OECS, it has been implemented for quite some time now, and the idea, which is consistent with the PEARL program that is being developed right now, where you're seeking to harmonize the curriculum at the primary level, that harmonization is facilitated with the CPEA, ensuring that every single citizen within the OECS, they do achieve the requisite standards required for them to make the positive contribution to the region, and more so for them to acquire the skills necessary for them to move on to secondary education.
Weslyn says CXC intends to further expand the program with greater emphasis on continuous classroom assessment to help teachers identify learning gaps earlier and provide timely support for students. That's the broadcast. Thank you so much for listening. Here's to a productive Wednesday. Join us at noon for our next news major, the Lunchtime Report. My name is Timothy Paulion. Good morning.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for that. We need to take a short break as usual, but we're coming right back. Stay with us. off this morning, we've got two amazing features this morning, but I think it's fair, and we're going to kick things off this morning with the first one. We spoke recently with Ms. Anya James. She is the lead on a global organization. I think St. Lucia has just joined forces. This year is the second year, so 2 years now. So yeah, and some of our students are able to get involved, and they're looking to grow this project and grow this interest for this global concept. So we spoke to Ms. James, and I think you'll be interested in the conversation. And let's just say it that way. There's a lot to learn here. Basically what it is, you said an international voice, so they get to contribute to the conversation concerning the environment.
Exactly.
Or they get to actually initiate projects within their own lands as well, as a part to because I'm asking all of that because we have a tendency to just get involved in the lip service of things.
Yes.
So does it extend beyond just the contribution of words?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's 1 year program. So it's more about the journey than the end.
Okay. All right.
So students are paired with a mentor, so an expert in whatever field that they're investigating. So it's a research project.
Right.
And the purpose of it is that they will be mentored by this expert, whether it be a university student or a professional in the field, and they would not only be researching but taking part in the community. So they would go out into the community, ask questions, see what is bothering the community based on their topic. They would actually, if they can, provide solutions for some of the problems if they can. So they are becoming environmental leaders. We're trying to make them be leaders because remember, their journey doesn't stop here.
Absolutely.
When they leave school, they need to be able to be leaders in the environmental thing because remember, we are at a
crossroads, really. Yeah, we are.
Because we are affected by the environmental challenges.
Course.
We are not the contributors to climate change, but we are the most affected.
We are the most affected.
So probably we're trying to take them from the youth to have that environmental stewardship for them to appreciate the environment, see the problems in the environment. So 10 years along the line, they will be the people actually causing the change in the environment.
Very well. Now let's fast forward because we have two lovely young ladies here who are part of a team who represented St. Lucia recently, and we're going to go to them in a minute to get their feel of what that felt like. But tell me about that particular initiative. How did we get on there? What was required of us, and then we met the mandate and we were able to showcase.
I chose to work with the environmental clubs in St. Joseph's Convent, and we got 5 students who were interested. They had their own topics, they did their own research, and I could tell you the names. So we have Tandy Wilson, Janine Alstead, who is here with us, and we also had Shatanya Tuse, Maribel Mendez, and Lindsay Ferdinand.
Right.
So the 2 were here. They'll tell you about their projects, so let me mention the other 3.
Absolutely.
So Lindsay Ferdinand did a project about an invasive species on the Gopito Nature Trail. So this plant is actually taking over most of the other plants, the space of the other plants on the Gopito
like
Trail.
a parasite kind of thing.
Exactly. So she did her research on how does it affect the soil on the Gopito Trail, because that's one of our highlights in tourism, that Gopito Trail. So her research was on this. Then Maribel Mendez, she did her research on how tourism activities affect our sand in our beaches.
Right.
So that was her research. So she was able to collect data, ask questions. Like I said, it's not just about them reading and doing things in isolation.
Right. They got involved,
the community.
hands-on as well.
Yes.
I like that.
And the last one, she did a research project on the Shock River, looking at the riparian zone. So basically seeing how urbanization affects the ecosystems around the river. So she did it all along the Shock River, the residential areas, industrial areas, and the areas, of course, that were underdeveloped. So these were the 3 other projects, and then Tandy Wilson did hers on how burning garbage affects her community, because that's something she's experiencing.
Right.
So therefore she was able to go into a community and speak to the people and try to identify solutions for that problem.
Lovely.
And Janine did her project on the Dayglow community, because we know Day Glow is where our landfill
Landfill
is.
is,
So
yeah.
how that landfill is actually affecting the community, and they will tell you more about their projects.
theirs. Wow. And they went over to, where did they come from again? What was
Right.
it, the showcase in?
So 3 students were selected to go to Panama. That was Tandy Wilson, Shatani Tuse, and Janine Alsey. So they went to Panama. And the other 2, along with Janine, did a virtual international showcase. So all 5 of them actually
Were
got an
showcased
opportunity.
on the international
Yes.
scene.
So they went to
Wow.
Panama for 4 days, and they were able to actually connect with other students taking part in the program.
Lovely.
From Panama, from other countries. I think what we had.
Globally.
Yeah, it was global.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and other
Wow.
states. Yes.
Wow.
So they had to learn Spanish as well. So it was a full immersion
Oh,
into
I
the
love
experience.
this. Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, where can we need to stay close to you, but where can we find more information on the organization?
Yes. So you could
Yeah.
go to gcse.org. It's
Okay.
actually
It's
a
a
website.
website.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, of course, you can find more information on what they're about, and also on the EnvironMentors program, because they are way beyond EnvironMentors. They do a
Right.
lot more for our community, our
Right.
Caribbean community.
And
as
where would
well.
we find locally? What?
So locally, we have our Facebook pages. So you could go on the CAMDO Facebook page, and you can also go on the National Science Association Facebook page,
And we'll get
you
that
can get
information.
updates on them.
Okay,
Yes.
appreciate it. Thank you so
Yes,
much for
no
the work
problem.
you're doing.
It was nice
And it
talking
was
with
lovely.
you.
Don't go far because we're
Of
going to keep
course.
you guys around.
Yes, yes,
Certainly
yes.
we will. All right, guys, we're going to find out more about them. Yeah, we're going to definitely keep tapping into them and follow the movement.
Yes.
Our next feature is a St. Lucian. She's a dance educator, started here in St. Lucia, traveled to the US, and from over there, things got really serious, but she's doing very well over there. She's coaching, teaching dance, both physically and educationally to a lot of people who's out there on Broadway, and a lot of things, a lot of things is happening for her. But, she's always wanted to come back home, where this all started for her, and to lend her expertise back to the art of dance, the culture of dance, the richness of dance back here on the island. And I think now is an opportune time. I think they said nothing happens before its time. She says she's been knocking at this thing for as long as she can remember, but it's happening now, and she's back home, and she's here to tell us all about it. Weslyn Stephen is her name.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I am born St. Lucian, yes. I attended school here until I was the age of 16, and then I moved abroad to New Jersey, where I began my dance career.
Nice.
I am currently an educator at the Newark Board of Education.
Wow.
Last year I was named Teacher of the Year.
Aww.
I have a master's in arts politics from NYU, Tisch School of the Arts. I have my bachelor's in dance and anthropology from
There you go.
Rutgers University.
Absolutely.
And I live for movement. That's
Absolutely.
me.
You're
Yes.
back home though, and you're back home for a very special project. You've been working on this. You've been trying to get this off the ground for a long
years.
time. Tell us about it.
So it is the West Step Summer Dance and Heritage Program, which is a dance intensive that's running from July 27th to August 7th.
Right.
In the program, we will be doing technique. We'll be doing the foundations of ballet and modern and African, and we will be embracing the folk dancing. It's in conversation with the folk dancer here to bring it to the program, because while I do embrace technique,
Right.
I don't want to shun
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
our folk dancing
Yes,
and what comes innate to us. There's
What
a
is
way
ours?
that
Yes, that
we-
authenticity of
Right.
you know that part of us,
Yes.
now, our own genre
our
to
own-
see
right.
it, right?
There's a way that we can bring it together and create something, you know, because I've been hearing a lot, you know, from people that I know, like, I really wish that the dance industry would elevate. Like, it just seems like it's plateaued, you know, and hopefully, you know, I can bring some new and fresh eyes towards dance so that it can be elevated a little bit, you know.
And maybe you could get something, well, maybe gather or be reminded of some of the folk dances here too that you can incorporate over to and bring that element of it there too. Refreshment on both ends.
Yes,
I like
refreshment
this.
on both. I mean,
I like this.
I said as of right now, I'm concentrating on, you know, St. Lucia, but the goal in the future, in the very near future, is to have a cultural exchange because I work in the U.S. I work with young people in the U.S. You know, opening the minds of both people in the U.S. and, you know, our young people here so that they can have this
in the dance as
integration.
You're bringing some big people. Some of your networking has expanded over the years, rightfully so, because you've been doing very well. So you plan to bring some of your friends over for that one?
Right. So Paige and I, we met years ago at an audition, but I don't think she remembers that we met years ago at an audition. But like through another friend on Broadway in The Lion King as well, we sort of reconnected. So she is Paige Frazier. Hoffman is her last name. Yeah, she's married, and she is the captain on Disney's The Lion King, the dance team. So she will be joining us, God willing. She signed a contract, so God willing, she will be here to teach a few classes the first week of the program. Because, you know, as working dancers and anybody working, you still have to get the leave approval and your time. So she was able to get a week to be with us. And so she will be here, you know, imparting what she knows. And funnily enough, she's of Jamaican descent.
Yes.
So I was really intentional about who I wanted to bring with me. They had to have some kind of Caribbean connection
to understand,
you know. So so she will be joining us.
Absolutely.
For
the targets, what the age group are you targeting?
The age group is between 10 and 18. However, I have made an exception for some 7-year-olds and up.
Okay, good.
It's all at the parents' discretion to know whether or not their child is capable of spending an entire day dancing. We are dancing from 9 till 3, you know. So.
Which is the kind of discipline it takes if you want to do this on that level.
Yes, because it is a job. You're training, you know, in the morning, and then in the evening you're learning movement. You're learning
techniques. Right. Wow, this is intense. Right. So if persons are interested, how can they sign on?
So they can sign up. They can visit our page on IG, because that's what I have set up right now. It's Weststep, WESSTEP Dance. Weststep Dance on
Instagram,
IG.
right.
And in our bio, there are links to the application. There are also scholarships available, and if anybody who is seeing this, they would like to participate in the generosity, there's also a sponsorship link if you want to sponsor a dancer. So this is a labor of love for me, you know, so I'm making it available to the young people of St. Lucia.
Welcome to your Holistic Path to Wellness with Dr. Tanya Bobran. Today we're going to talk about the power of sleep, your nightly prescription for deep and lasting healing. Sleep is often something we take for granted until it's gone. And we're not talking about just any sleep. We're talking about deep restorative sleep, the kind that heals the body, balances our hormones, and restores our joy. Sleep is our body's reset button. During deep sleep, our brain detoxifies, our gut heals, our blood sugar stabilizes, our immune system gets stronger, and our nervous systems calm down. If you're constantly tired and wired, or moody, or even gaining weight, or feeling foggy, sleep may be the missing piece in the puzzle. But here's the good news. Sleep can be trained. Just like we train for fitness, we can train for deep restorative nightly sleep. Let me walk you through 3 key pillars of my More Joy method as they relate to sleep. For body joy, how can we prepare our body for sleep? Let's start by supporting our sleep hormones, especially melatonin and cortisol. And we can do that by a few things. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m., eat your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bed, limit screen time at least an hour before bed. The blue light from the screen blocks the secretion of melatonin. And dim the light so that our bodies know it's dark and it's time for sleep. And if you happen to wake up at around 2 or 3 a.m., that may well be due to a blood sugar crash or something else going on. Before you go to bed at night, you can try a small protein-rich snack like almond or peanut butter, some pumpkin seeds, or an apple with some nut butter. You know, we can't sleep if our minds are racing. And here's a bedtime routine that can help with this. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. This shifts our nervous system into feeling safe. You can always use a calming tea like chamomile, lemon balm, or passion flower. And we can use breath work, where you inhale for 4, hold that inhale for 4, and exhale for 6 or 8. And when you wake up in the morning, don't reach first for the phone. Instead, open your eyes slowly, take a deep breath, and say something like, I am safe. I am grateful for waking up. I am calm. I'm going to have a good day. Our bedrooms should feel like sanctuaries, not our second offices. And here's how you can turn your space into a soul-nurturing sleep haven. Make it cool, dark, and as quiet as possible. Remove as many devices from your room, or at least put them in airplane mode. Consider getting soft healing frequencies like white noise or even sound bath recordings that you can play to help you fall asleep. I often tell my patients sleep is not a luxury. It's a biological necessity and a spiritual invitation to reconnect with ourselves. So let's set consistent bedtimes and wake times, even on weekends. Your body loves rhythm. When you honor that rhythm, it honors you back with better energy, clearer focus, balanced hormones, and of course, more joy. Remember, sleep is medicine. Sleep is sacred. Sleep is your right. And with just these few small changes, you can reclaim your sleep night by night. Let's heal together, one restful night at a time.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Dr. Barbara, as well. I keep promising I have to go to Dr. Barbara. Don't worry. She's a busy woman. Likewise, well, you know, it's a festive season, so a lot is happening. But certainly when we get the time, like we said, nothing happens before it's time. But big up to Dr. Tanya Barbara as well. Every Wednesday we get to, you know, learn and feed off her expertise, and we appreciate that fully. Well, that is our show, guys. That's where we pull the curtains down on our show for this morning. A beautiful Wednesday morning. I hope you're going to leave here energized and ready to take on what lies ahead for the rest of the day. Now, here's something to walk away with. If you wouldn't do it, don't accept it from anyone else. It's simple. If you wouldn't do something to yourself, why are we going to let somebody else do something to you? The thing you wouldn't do to yourself, why are you taking it from all? Happy Wednesday, guys. We'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow.